Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everyone for being here and those watching on TV. Mayor's report, going to be a little bit out of the norm for me. I'm going to talk a little longer than I normally do. So most of you know that come to the meetings or watch on TV know that I am usually a man of few words. I try to make my mayor report sharp so we can take care of the city business. Tonight I will take just a little longer. First of all, I want you, the citizens, to understand that the city of Hermann is basically a business. We have taxes and charges for utilities and services, so we have income to pay bills, pay our employees, and take care of our city obligations, just as if you had your own business and you had to do the same. Being an elected official, mayor, and alderman is sometimes very rewarding when we accomplish good things, and of course not good when citizens are upset with things that are not being done to their satisfaction. We on the board should be a united board. We can disagree, discuss, solve problems, not create them, which brings me to the reason for my statement tonight. A couple meetings back, Alderman Granman read a statement about how inadequate the city has been operating. After thinking about her statement for some time, I felt that I had to respond. She stated that she would consider selling the electric since we can't maintain it. Well, we can maintain it except for the 69 kV line, which we are not trained or have equipment to handle that. The city's been trying to give this line to Central for a couple years now, and the process has been held up because of some property owners not agreeing to easement expansion. But to say we have not been a steward of our electric in the city is a slap in the face to our employees that work their butts off for the city. Our electric system is well maintained. When was the last time you were without electric? And if you were, for how long? Ask a UE customer about their service and what they have to deal with. Our electric department is proactive in maintenance. They replace poles before there is a problem. Plus the electric department assists other departments with projects. If we had Union Electric, that would not happen. And if we had UE, your rates would definitely go up. And the city would have to pay approximately $80,000 a year just for street lights. As far as the problem with the utility rates, I personally want to offer an apology because this should have been taken care of several years back. But it was not. Jesse brought this up that we needed the increase the rates back in 2022. But it was never done. We talked about it, but it was never done. And so now we are in this catch-up situation that we're in. Alderman Granman states she's not part of the problem, but I think back, if you check, even when she was mayor, the electric department lost money. So as far as the city being run inadequate, I think the city office maintained and run very smoothly also. City administrator is on top of it. She's had 10 years of good, clean audits. I don't believe that it can be said for any other previous administrators. I'm just tired of all what I call disrespect and constant investigation of past files to apparently try and find something wrong. I'd like it to stop. From this night forward, I would like to see a board that can agree and be unified and make the citizens of Hermann proud of us. So that's my statement for the evening. Okay, I've got a couple things here though. If you've been around town, you see new blue ribbons on the poles. Dolores and I'll call it her team, some friends implemented this, and Terra Flora donated all the poles, and Dolores and her crew have put them up. And they look very nice. And a big thank you to Terra Flora and you for doing that. The other thing is this weekend, or not this weekend, but the next one is Freedom Fest. We won't have a meeting before then. So most of the celebration is on July 5th, which is Saturday. They're going to have a run at 8 o'clock. They're going to do that run whether it's rain or, I think, rain or shine. Out here at, I believe at 10 o'clock, we're going to have a dedication for the street, correct?
Yes, it'll be a little ceremony.
Or Officer Sullentrop. Yes. That's not written on here, but I kind of copied this off the internet real quick. The parade is at 11 a.m. and then immediately following the parade, on the riverfront, we're going to dedicate the pavilion for Mason, our officer, and all that can attend. It would be nice. It's going to be a dedication, and after that they have all kinds of activities at the amphitheater, and then they will have the fireworks and everything that evening. There's a band concert at 7 o'clock. So anyway, just want everybody, and just be careful that weekend with the parade starting at 11 this year instead of later. Traffic's going to be quite a mess, I think. But anyway, so watch out. There's going to be a lot of people in town. So that's all I have. City Administrator report.
Thank you. And we really want to encourage the public to participate in the parade. Officer Adam Soldier is going to be the Grand Marshal, and so it'd be really great to have an amazing patriotic parade. And so it doesn't have to be fancy. Don't have to have a fancy float or anything elaborate, but participate if you can. Make that a success. In other news, the pool attendance with hot weather is obviously up. We had a really slow start with the rainy pool season, but they underwent their first audit and they received a perfect score. So that is a great start to the season. We just posted on Facebook today a reminder about this next phase of our lead service line inventory. We've several months ago closed out doing the in-home inspections. Now they are doing the outside inspections. So Schulte Supply and Muni Works are going to be crews that are going to be working throughout the city. There are contractors, and they're going to be excavating around the meter pits and the shutoff valves at each service to determine the pipe material in those locations. So we just want people to be aware when they see these trucks around town, potentially digging. They're going to try to use high pressurized water for some of the excavations to minimize the digging. So if the citizens see those trucks in the area, that is what is going on. We got some really good news last week. So our voter approved bonds, remember we had to have voter approved bonds for our wastewater project for the lift station and those other upgrades. And the voter approved bonds gave us the opportunity to get a state revolving loan at a very subsidized rate and maybe a clean water grant. Well, we just got news last week that Hermann is on their grant list. It looks like we're going to be fully funded for everything that we asked for. So that was amazing news. So kudos to the citizens who made a very intelligent, financially sound decision in voting for those bonds, because it's going to save everybody a lot of money. The last comprehensive plan element meeting, the topic is on land use. And that is actually here tomorrow, Tuesday, June 24th, from 1 to 4 in our community center. Then after that meeting, Anne from MRPC, she will start writing the plan and putting it all together. And then there'll be a planning and zoning review of the draft. And then there'll be what is the formal second public workshop where we will actually solicit input from the public specifically. These other workshops, we invite people, and if the public comes, that's fine, but this next public workshop will be where we actually want public input. Then there'll be some refining and finalization, and then it'll finally come to the board for approval and get wrapped up this fall. And that's about all the real news I have. Lastly, I just want to express my appreciation to Corey Orr, who this is his last board meeting. I know, and thank you for your 4 years of service. You've done an amazing job, and we sure appreciate it, and you will be greatly missed. He's going to be here for 2 more weeks, training our interim city clerk. If you don't know Kelsey Mariano, give a little wave, Kelsey. Thank you. Kelsey will be at our next meeting. So, all right, so there's a lot going on in the front office, but it's all good, and we wish you well in your endeavors.
Thank you all very much.
Would you like to say anything?
Few words.
Thank you.
All right. Public Works.
Parks has been working on mowing and weeding, obviously. They've been cleaning the pavilions up every weekend after they're used quite a bit. They've been working on the other buildings as well, trying to keep the bathrooms and the shower houses and stuff all up in good working order. They installed a new swing set and a pier for a basketball goal down at the Sesquicentennial Park. So we're hoping that that'll give something for the kids on the east side of town to go utilize. And I actually saw some kids down there playing on the old goal a week and a half ago, and I was thinking, well, you guys are in for a treat. You don't even know yet. On the gas side, Mike and Brett have been working on some of their OQ for the gas qualifications. They've also been working with Tri-County on the gas line at the St. George Wall project, and working with the new distillery for their new gas service as well. Water department, they've been coordinating with Schulte on this lead service inventory that Trish just talked about, mapping out the areas and marking the valves so that they know where they're going. And then they're hoping to tap the Schiller Street water main tomorrow and get water in it so we can get that tested. Jason's going to be out of town on vacation, so we figure if we can get that done and get the water tested while he's gone, then by the time he comes back we can start working on services. Sewer, they've been doing a lot of camera work in between the rain and stuff. We've identified several point repairs and found several buried manholes that we didn't know existed, so that investment is already being utilized and paying off pretty well. The electric department, if anybody's on High Street that's watching, your last power outage was today. But it was very short. The tree came down across the line, tore down the primary, and we had it back up and going in about 30 minutes. We've been working on transformer inventory for Hermann, and we've been kind of coordinating that with our mapping software. So when we're going out doing the inventory, we're entering all the transformer information to the mapping. We've also been working on the St. George project with their new electric installation. That's moving along pretty well right now. Streets has been mowing and weed eating. They paved a portion of the recycle center last week to make sure the paver was operational. And today they've begun tearing out the 300 block of West 6th Street alley that was destroyed, if you guys remember, in the storms late last month. So we're going to be putting down 8 inches of base through there and repaving that as soon as we can get that job done.
Anybody have any questions? Very good, thank you. Thank you for all you guys do. Move on to public comments. Mr. Cohen.
Mr. Mayor, I have some handouts. Would you allow me to pass them around? Okay, thank you. Oh, I've got one, yeah.
Thank you for the extra one for you, but take one for the file.
There you go. Thank you. If we haven't met, my name is John Cowan. I'm a proud Hermann city resident, going on 5 years. I'm well immersed in the tourism businesses here. I have tonight a proposal for a new city ordinance. Evidently, in 1992, the state of Missouri enacted the Missouri State Clean Indoor Air Act law. I would like to see this mirrored in the city of Hermann. It's all indoor businesses, no smoking. The city of Washington has done the same thing. By the title of their ordinance, it looks like it matches what the state has enacted. I do want to point out a couple things. It does include membership clubs, and it would allow if 25% of your business sells tobacco products, then you would be able to smoke inside. So like cigars, pipe shops. I just think, I was speaking, or I heard some other comments just in the brief minutes before I was allowed to come up here about the positive image, that Hermann has already. I think this would be a great addition to, for the tourists especially, and then for our local residents also. So I wanted to bring this to you, and I hope you'll discuss it and talk more about it. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. So if everybody got the information, if you all take it home, so check it out and we'll talk about it. No old business, no new business, we'll move on to ordinances. Are you ready? We got a lot of them.
I think so. The first is Bill number 2025-20 for second reading. An ordinance to approve the execution of a contract renewal agreement with Tri-County Trucking and Excavating Inc. for solid waste collection and disposal.
This is second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move the second reading of Bill 2025-20. The second reading?
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is Bill number 2025-21 for second reading. An ordinance to revise Hermann Municipal Code Section 710.020 sewer service rates.
This is also, second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve 2025-21 for second reading.
The motion's made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is Bill number 2025-22 for second reading. An ordinance to amend sections 220.190, 220.200, 220.210, 220.220, and 220.205 of the municipal code in prescribing a schedule of rates for refuse container leases for garbage and refuse collection and for limited service pickup.
This is also second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve Bill number 2025-22, place it on its second reading.
The motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next for second reading is Bill number 2025-23, an ordinance to revise Hermann Municipal Code Section 720.210 electric rates.
This is second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll approve bill number 2025-23 as second read.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Abstain?
Abstain or?
Yes,
no?
I abstain.
Okay, then the ayes have it, then if he abstains, or how does that work?
No, that means that you have 2 aye votes and 1 nay vote, right? The mayor votes in the event of a tie. So we don't have a tie per se because there aren't 2 yes votes and 2 no votes. It is my opinion of Missouri law that an abstention is the same as a no vote, and thus because you're not voting for the ordinance, it's effectively the same thing, and that the mayor is authorized to go ahead and vote to have it go one way or the other.
Okay, so I vote. Okay. I vote yes, in favor. So, we're good. Next.
Next is bill number 2025-24, an ordinance to eliminate the payment in lieu of taxes pilot, also known as the gross receipts fee, paid by the city's electric fund to the city's general fund.
This is the second reading also, do I have a motion to approve this?
I'll move to approve bill number 2025-24 as second read.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Next one.
Next, for second reading, is bill number 2025-25, an ordinance providing for the budget for the city of Hermann, Missouri for fiscal year 2025-2026, and establishing a salary schedule for officers and employees of the city of Hermann, Missouri for fiscal year 2025-2026.
This is also second reading, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve 2025-25.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed?
I abstain.
You abstain. You didn't oppose, you abstain. Did you vote? Didn't hear you.
I did. I said aye.
You said aye. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, passed.
Next, for second reading, is bill number 2025-26, an ordinance to revoke Hermann Municipal Code Section 340.105 regarding protective headgear requirements for motorcycle operators.
This is second reading also, do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is bill number 2025-29, for first reading, an ordinance to approve Utility Safety and Design Inc.'s proposal to determine feasibility for pipeline relocation and to approve a cost reimbursement agreement with Color Development LLC.
So you all heard us make mention of this, Jesse, will you come up, please, in the budget workshop, but Jesse can explain a little more in detail since now they really want to kind of fast track it.
So basically, we've got the high-pressure gas line that runs all the way from Hermann to Farber. It crosses under I-70 just east of like where the MoDOT shed is on the South Outer Road. A developer is either purchased or in the process of purchasing a pretty large swath of land there. And there are two pipelines that currently go underneath it. Ours being one, and I believe the Sunoco anhydrous ammonia one. The footprint of where they want to build is where these pipelines are. So what they're requesting is to move the pipelines to the western boundary, kind of run up the northern edge of the outer road to the western boundary of their property, and then run down the western edge of their property and tie back into the existing line. They approached us about this, it's probably been 6-8 weeks ago now, and they're in a pretty big hurry to get it done. We've explained to them that this would be obviously all at their cost, and that we are going to spec the pipe that we're using. They're the same specs as the pipe we're putting under the Luther Island Cemetery, just so that at the time that that line has to be upgraded further, that portion is done and ready. We're not redoing the same work twice. So this is kind of a net benefit for Hermann at this point. I don't really see any downsides, but that's kind of what it's all about and where they want to move the line to.
Is this where they're moving it to, or?
Correct. So this is the existing line here, and then it kind of cuts across there. They're going to move up along the southern edge of the southern
Yeah.
outer road. Yes, and we're going to have 25 feet distance between the two pipelines, and the easement's going to be sizable, either side of that. So we won't have any issues with having too close a proximity to dig on either party in that
And this is
location.
going to be at their expense?
Correct. All this will be at their
Even
expense.
moving the
Yes.
lines?
Yeah, building the whole thing out, tying it in, the whole bit. Yeah.
If I'm reading the property lines correctly, it's still going to, a portion of it's still going to go into their property, correct?
So it'll be under the western edge of their property.
But we'll have the easement
Correct. Yeah, they're gonna give us an easement for that line in lieu of the easement that we're gonna vacate.
Sounds good. Any other questions? If not, do I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve bill number 2025-29, first read.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? We need to read that twice, so this is under a time restraint.
For second reading, bill number 2025-29, an ordinance to approve utility safety and designing's proposal to determine feasibility for pipeline relocation and to approve a cost reimbursement agreement with Color Development LLC.
Second reading, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve bill number 2025-29, second read.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Good to go. Next.
Next, for first reading, is bill number 2025-30, an ordinance to vacate portions of Mozart Street between West 4th Street and West 5th Street.
Everybody understand what that's about?
And Mike is here to represent St. George if you want him to speak. Otherwise, Dave and Corey and Dolores are all at the P&C meeting as well and could help us.
Anybody have any questions for Mike?
And this is all for the benefit of that turnout from the
I tell you what,
The
since
wall that
since
right.
the public may not know what's going on, because we said this at the P&Z meeting that wasn't recorded, why don't you just kind of go through your little spiel again?
So I'm here representing St. George Church. My name is Mike Mueller. And so what's going to happen is currently the way Mozart Street sits, it's kind of offset at that section between the alley and 4th Street. It's offset from where the actual rest of Mozart Street runs. And that happened back in like 1915, 1913, I think is what we determined when St. George put the addition on the church. At that time, that was never vacated. So actually where the steps of the church sit and that front ramp, all that is actually sitting on city property at this time. So in order to make everything right, since we're doing this construction project anyway, we're asking the city to vacate that portion of the street. So it would incorporate 18 feet on the east side of Mozart Street and 12 feet on the west side of Mozart Street. And that would still leave the city 30-foot street, and then we would gain that section that we're already pretty much using anyway. So. And that would be for the full length of the street, the full 120-foot section of the street.
Everybody good with that?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion to approve 2025-30.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Next.
It's 31.
Bill number 2025-31, an ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a municipal services contract between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Nicholas Reed.
So, you all had basically already hired him, so this is basically ratifying his contract.
Right, for building inspector.
I move to approve bill number 2025-31, the first reading.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
I'm sorry, we should probably read that too.
Do that
since
one
these are
second
recorded.
time? Yes, ma'am.
For second reading, bill number 2025-31, an ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a municipal services contract between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Nicholas Reed.
I have a motion to approve second reading.
Make a motion, bill number 2025-31, second read.
Motion made. Motion made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Next.
Next is bill number 2025-32 for first reading. An ordinance to approve an agreement between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Utility Safety and Designing for the Luter Cemetery Creek Crossing Project.
We approved the bid at the last meeting, so this is just a contract that follows.
We have a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve 2025-32.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
Ayes have it. We need a second reading.
Bill number 2025-32 for second reading, an ordinance to approve an agreement between the City of Hermann, Missouri and Utility Safety and Design Inc. for the Looter Cemetery Creek Crossing Project.
Second reading, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve bill number 2025-32, second read.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
Carried. Ordinance,
Next is bill number 2025-33 for first reading, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 2415 regarding the budget for fiscal year 2024-2025.
do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve bill number 2025-33.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried, we need to read that twice.
Bill number 2025-33 for second reading, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 2415 regarding the budget for fiscal year 2024-2025.
We have a motion to approve second reading.
I move to approve the second read 2025-33.
All in favor? Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Next.
Next is bill number 2025-34, an ordinance authorizing the execution of an agreement for services between the City of Hermann, Missouri and the Hermann Area Hospital District and Oates Incorporated.
So this agreement is identical to last year's. There are no changes to the contract and no fee increases.
Very good. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move.
Motion made. Motion made, you want a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried, we need to read that the second time.
Bill number 2025-34 for second reading, an ordinance authorizing the execution of an agreement for services between the City of Hermann, Missouri and the Hermann Area Hospital District and Oates Incorporated.
Do I have a motion to approve second reading?
I move to approve second reading.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? That one's carried. Move to resolution.
The resolution for tonight, number 1353, a resolution to describe facts and reasons for a necessary amendment to the city's budget for fiscal year 2024-2025. And a somewhat obscure provision of the statute says whenever you have a budget amendment ordinance, you should also have a resolution to describe facts and reasons for the ordinance, although it's somewhat obvious and redundant, but that's what it says. So that's why that's on the agenda.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll move to approve the resolution 1353.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Okay. We will move to motions. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I wasn't here, so I don't want to second.
I'll say.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Invoices for payment. Do I have a motion to pay the bills?
I'll move we pay those bills.
A motion to pay the bills. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Reappoint Kent Chevrolet to Airport Commission.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Renew cybersecurity insurance policy with Beasley.
So Hermann doesn't cover cyber insurance for us anymore, and we really can't be without it in this day and age. So this is the same policy we had last year, and it's actually it's reduced by $30.
Yay. I have a motion to approve the insurance policy.
I move to approve the insurance policy.
Motion has been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Appoint Amy Granneman, Fiona Welch, and Gwyneth Showy to the Arts Council.
Motion to approve.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Reappoint Mark Divins to the Art Council. Got a motion to approve him.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Caterers permit for the Dearborn Educational Foundation Missouri Bourbon Festival, 2258 Highway 100 at the Copper Mule, August 2nd, 2025. Motion to approve.
I move to approve the catering permit for Dearborn Education Foundation for August 2nd.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. 2025 liquor license renewals. Do I have a motion to approve those?
I'll move to approve.
Motion is made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Special event application B, Boy Scouts of America Troops 116 and 3116, MR 340 Relay Concession and First Day at the Riverfront, July 9th through 11th for 2025. For the boat race.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Conditional use permit renewals, owner unoccupied guest house, Valerie Wright, Right Place Rentals at 215 East 5th Street, Ed Schmeltz, Missouri Vacation Rentals at 210 East 4th Street, and 516 West 8th Street. Do I have a motion to approve those?
Mr. Mayor, there's one inspection on here that's yet to be completed and that's scheduled for tomorrow. If you could just make the motion pending inspection, I can have it done once it's approved and sent that way.
Okay, everybody understand that? I have a motion to approve with the pending inspection.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Conditional use permit renewals for outdoor liquor for the Fancy Pheasant Hannah James at 209 Schiller Street.
I make a motion to approve.
I have a motion, do I have a second? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We have no reports. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion to adjourn, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you folks for watching and being here. Appreciate y'all.